Oh, right, all right, all right, all right, all right. I don't think I've ever put this much effort into a singular YouTube video. I have straight up gotten triggered by trying to record this. So I want to know, how far did the monk exploit go? So from the monk's exploit video, we figured out that if you convert a monk with a relic, Vulu, that's right, and you drop that relic, it will go back to the original Civ's monk thing. And the same works if you convert a monk that's not holding a relic and then pick up a relic. But it gets more interesting once we start talking about trade. So over here we have two trade cards, one full and one empty. I'm going to convert the full one over here. And once I drop off to my market, it will now, can we not drop off? Oh, I have to pick it up. Okay. Convert back to my trade? No, it does not. Okay. Interesting in itself. I don't know what is it should be changing, but it's not changing. Let's do that on the Aztecs trade cards. Somebody said that this would definitely change the appearance of them. It does not appear to be
Ah,
changing at all, which is quite interesting to say the
that is
least.
definitely interesting.
Huh. So
Hmm.
we have Mac user 86 in the chat with us. And this is just mind boggling to me. This is like DE just doing DE things for sure. So over here we have some trade cogs. So I'm going to convert one of these trade cogs. Could you please fill this one up for me, Mac user? And leave the other one unfilled, please. Okay, so I'm
Okay.
going to convert both of
So
these. Um, Yep.
he's
That
running
one, that one
away.
really didn't want to be converted. So the interesting thing
No, he did
is
not.
when I go to pick up, I have 26 gold and it moves significantly faster than the two trade cogs from Mac user or Icy Frags. Just in comparison, let's just see how much faster that trade cog moves. And if I go to pick up gold, the interesting thing is that they will actually pick up less gold. Why? Because they don't get the Spanish bonus somehow, some way. They're also not going to change to post-imperial age. The reason that I made these guys uh, castle age is so that when the units get converted in the scenario editor, they don't die because they get heresy. So once again, these have 21 gold, whereas mine has 26 gold. And if you thought that was interesting, let's take a look at the villagers. Okay, so this is where I really need you, Mac user. Could you move your
Okay.
green villager over to my blue villager, just next to it? Any one of them
Okay.
is fine. And we're going to race because you are Berbers. Okay. Oh,
Oh.
please don't shank me.
Yep.
Okay, let's run to the opposite side on the count of three.
Ready?
1, 2, 3, go. And you should actually outwalk me slightly. Oh, but I have wheel. Pretty close. Okay, run back one more time. Um, I think I actually outrun you, which is
Yeah, because I'm in Castle Age, I think.
it's because you don't have the wheelbarrow upgrade, isn't it? Potentially. I don't
Yeah.
quite know. But what I do know is that if I convert you, according to people on the internet, and now I have the Spanish supremacy going on, is also one of the reasons that I picked Spanish. Actually, let's
Mm.
compare the movement of these two guys. See if it makes a difference. About the same. Okay, and let me grab a Pedro villager as well over here. That man does not want to get converted, but he is. Okay, so he should be the slowest. Oh wait, but I already did something wrong. Okay, you can see how frustrating this YouTube video has been to record, because I accidentally clicked the berry bush over here, which I was not trying to do. Okay, so now if I race these, my villager should be the fastest, as it is in Imperial Age. Your unit, Mac users, should be the second fastest because it's Berbers, and Pedro's unit should be the slowest. Let's see. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make this race a little bit longer so that we can make sure this is just DE things. Like, the absolute craziness of this is almost ununderstandable. Okay, so I'm going to put them over here. 1, 2, 3. Let's see who moves faster. Wait, what? Okay, the Berber villager does appear to still be faster. Look. That is interesting. And Pedro's villager is actually the slowest because I clicked his villager the first. Okay, so the Berber villager is definitely still faster. Now, if we look at the stats, you can see that mine has the Spanish stats still on it, but if I click one of their units to go to, say, wood or stone, it instantly turns into one of my villagers, which is kind of crazy. Now he has the same stats as a Spanish supremacy villager, whereas Pedro's villager does not. If I click on any resource, say for example berries, it will immediately change to that resource, which is very, very interesting. And now if I test this same scenario again with the racing, they should all move at the same pace, I think, according to theory. Obviously, I clicked one first, so one's going to be slightly ahead, but it does appear like they are all moving at relatively the same pace, even though DE pathing is absolute garbage. There's no one clear person moving faster and moving away from the other ones. Okay, so that was wild in itself. Converting a villager, just to recap, and then changing them from the assigned, so this one's a lumberjack, so if I keep them on lumber, they should maintain their stats. But then, once I move it onto gold, instantly upgrades to a Spanish supremacy villager. What? Okay, here come the trebs. This is why we have a fourth player in here. So I am Spanish. This is a Tatar treb. When I convert the treb, and then pack it up, it will lose that free additional range that it just had. And indeed, it has now lost its range. If I go back, there is no going back because things are things are things. DE, thank you very much. So this one, pack treb, 3 range. I like how Mac users coming over. Get out of here, villagers. Get out of here.
I just wanted to see what's going on with the trap.
Get out of here. Turn into Spanish villagers or something in that nature. Turn into Spanish villagers already. Come on. Just have to click them to a different resource. Okay, so if I convert this treb that is packed, it should then maintain its range until I decide to unpack it, at which point it will lose that plus free range. Because DE is DE. I think the YouTube video's name is just going to be DE. Oh my god, like yes it does. Okay, so now it gets even weirder when we're talking about conics. So if they had heresy, they would instantly die, but the conic would stand up of the same color, which means that you are basically just converting the horse and not the rider, which is kind of crazy in itself. So we're converting a Tatar conic, and we are converting a Berber conic here. Now, if I am correct on my hypothesis, when I delete both of these, they should have different stats. They do. They do indeed. The Tatar has +4 attack, whereas the Berber one only has +1 attack. What? What? That doesn't even make sense.
You might even say that monks work in mysterious ways.
Monks work in mysterious ways. Okay, the last thing that I could come up with is Rafas. So let's see what happens when we have a ranged Rafa and a this one is a melee Rafa, because you can see by the bow that they are holding versus the sword that they are holding. What happens when we convert these? Velu. Oh, don't want you guys to fight. That would be bad. And then change their attack stance. So let's take a look at their overall attack stance over here. It's +1 right now, but I changed the archer to the attack stance. Is that going to increase its attack? It does. It does make it significantly stronger. And if I change it to the bow, does it also, oh my god, it also makes it stronger. It turns it into my unit upgrades for my civ currently. Wow, this one took a lot of takes, a lot of effort, a lot of thinking, and I want to thank you guys specifically for helping me out with this, for coming up with these ideas, scenarios, how it works, how it doesn't work. I want to give a special shout out to Mac user x86, also known as Icy Frags. I will put his YouTube channel in the description. I want to give a shout out to Pedro, who I've put on mute because he started beatboxing like Donald Duck. And don't let your memes be dreams. Keep walking. Icy Frags, you want to add anything to this? Mysterious ways?
I think you summed it up pretty great.
Oh, thank you, man.
Thanks for the shout out, by the way.
Oh, I just wanted to thank you so much for sitting through all of this freaking bologna sandwich. That was a lot. And
That was fun.
I'm gonna. It was fun, kind of figuring things out. And actually, we have some more questions that were raised because of this. Like, what happens if you have two markets? How does it know how much gold to generate? What if you delete one market halfway during the trip? And we'll find out all of these questions, but not today. Not today. Poop Lord out.